Hey, good morning, everyone. Wednesday, 27th of March, 32 degrees above zero. A little foggy this morning. Man, the days of cold mornings are over. Dogs got their run. I let them out without having to wear gloves. You know what this means, people? I got stuff to do. Okay, should be making a video right now about another rung in the ladder. Remember the ladder? The Masonic ladder? Taking you people, pushing you up to the top, and what's on the top? The strong delusion. But not today. Today we're going to take just a little side road, so to speak. A couple of housekeeping details first. Remember the top secret mission? A0845. Me and my fellow operative, codename Otis T. It was a failure. I think they had advanced information we were coming, and to trip them up and to cover for that possibility, we even left at 0830. They were tipped off. Kind of like to know where Mr. X was about that time yesterday, if you know what I mean. Hey, Mr. X, I'm watching you, buddy. Alright, yeah. You know, you hate to come on here and brag to you all about how we failed miserably, but you can learn from your mistakes. The next mission, we won't get caught. Then I released yesterday's video, Goodbye Plum Island, somewhere around the 5 to 5:30 mark a.m., you know what I mean? And I'll show you this right off the bat. At 6:11 a.m., I get a copyright strike. Hi, Dave Corum. This is from YouTube. Due to a copyright claim, your YouTube video has been blocked in some countries. This means that your video is still up on YouTube, but in some countries they may not be able to watch it. The video title, Goodbye Plum Island. Copyrighted content, Thunder Island. Claimed by WMG. Who's WMG? Warner Music Group. Now where are they headquartered? New York City, New York. What countries got blocked? Only one. Italy. Italy. Go figure. I don't get it. Why Italy? Now, where do I get the songs for the headers to these videos? Since I can't do it with my great non-existing editorial skills. I go to YouTube. I type in the song. And there's, depending on the song you type in, there's pages and pages of that song. You try it for yourself. Go to YouTube, type in Thunder Island. It'll come up with lyrics even. How come they're not blocked? I mean, I don't get it. I just took a snippet of a song. I guess my days of adding music to my videos are numbered. And the funny thing is, my third son, the youngest one, I don't like to use real names without their permission, so we'll just call him, what's a good name? We'll call him Steve. He's the guy that owns the bar I'll be working at this week, which ties into this video. Full circle, people. Everything comes around full circle. He's the one with the big mouth, too. You know where he gets it from? His mother. Yep. Doesn't get it from me. Gets it from his mother. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago he said, hey, copyright music, you might get a strike. Yeah, I got one. Okay. And then, man, I'm telling you, I'm in a good mood. I'm just in a good mood. So, this youngest kid of mine, we'll call him Steve, owns a bar, throws his pappy a bone, lets me work a couple of days a week, pick up a few shekels, don't you know? Got to e-file after every shift. Got to pay them taxes, people. This week's schedule is Friday and Saturday. 2 days in a row. Brutal. But what is painful about this, what I almost dread, is I know what I'm walking into. Your humble, sensitive messenger walks into that bar, and it's a pit of vipers, people. If you don't go in there and you don't talk about the weather, stupid cars going around stupid circles stupidly fast, or, God, I can't take any more of this, March Madness, or some insignificant, trivial trait, and you dare bring up any of the topics that I want to talk about, like I put on my videos, they shoot at me, man. They pick on me nonstop. And what's great about this is an old acquaintance of mine, Mike King, who operates a website called TomatoBubble, one word, .com. I'll leave a link in the pinned comment. Threw me a lifeline, came through on my email today, how to respond to people who accuse you of being a conspiracy theorist. We've got to go through some of them. Title of this video is The Two Mikes. So we got the real Mike King. I won't use people's real name without permission, or unless they put it out in public themselves. Mike King is well published. He's an author, in fact. He is to Hitler like David Irving was to Churchill, exposing that POS, Prime Minister of England, during World War II. Anyhow, how does this all tie in and come around full circle? Guess how I ended up with them 2 days. I'm working for the daughter-in-law, that cute little German Fräulein that I introduced in yesterday's video, who is married to my middle son. And I don't have his permission to use his name, so we'll just call him Mike. Yeah, we'll call him Mike, just like after Mike King. And Mike, my Mike, you know, codename Mike, you know your pappy still loves you, buddy. But you fit into this group of them bottom feeders that sit at that bar and pick on your poor old man. You like to pick on us conspiracy, quote-unquote, theorists. So, let me do a quick review. I mean, this is classic, people. This is something I've needed my whole life, because I get this all the time. Let's go over here to my good friend, Mike King's. And, you get it. You get it. All right, he's got a whole list of things. What they say and how you respond to them. For example, I'm not saying that governments don't lie, but a conspiracy like that would have to involve hundreds of people. You can't hide something like that. Unquote. Hey, NASA mooned America? Do we have to talk about that? Doesn't this apply? You know how many times I hear this line from you, Mike, and from the rest of those mean, evil people at the bar? I hear it all the time. Here's Mike King's response. Mike King's response. You're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. It is impossible to totally cover up a conspiracy massive. That's why I know about it. Come on, how obvious is that? What you must understand is that they don't have to cover it up totally. Even a bucket that has a few leaks can still do the job of carrying water from here to there. Excellent. General, excellent response. But I brought up the Manhattan Bomb Project. 128,000 employees, 3 cities, 1 test bomb, and when FDR died and Truman replaced him, FDR's aides had to bring the now sitting president, Harry S. Truman, up to speed. He didn't even know about it. So don't tell me they can't hide and fake the moon landing. Don't tell me they can't hide and fake the flat earth. All right. Another one. The ridicule. People, I'm telling you, I deal with these every day, every time I'm at that bar. The ridicule trick. That's ridiculous. Do you really believe that nonsense? Here's the response. Can I ask you an honest question? Do you consider yourself an open-minded, critical thinking person? Yes or no? Then how can you possibly ridicule an opinion when you haven't even done 10 minutes of research into the matter? That's kind of ignorant, don't you think? Oh, how many times I hear these people tell me that one. That's ridiculous. No, but that's ridiculous. Not even 10 minutes, not even 5 minutes of the simplest research. They blurt that out all the time. Yes, my Mike, you know about that. Okay, not everything that happens in the world is a conspiracy. Yeah, I got that. Response. Not everything is a conspiracy, but nor is nothing a conspiracy either. Would you agree that we should evaluate each case independently with an open mind? Yes, we should. How about this one? The unresolved detail trick. Ugh. If I had a nickel for every time I heard this one. Well, if this is a conspiracy, then explain to me how they managed to do X, Y, and Z. The response. I don't have every missing piece of the puzzle, people, but I have enough pieces to know that the government media version is false. Imagine if I gave you a 100-piece jigsaw puzzle and told you that the images of a beach in Hawaii But after snapping only 30 pieces together, you notice polar bears, snow-capped mountains, and men covered in furs. Although there are still 70 missing pieces, you already have enough to know that the image is not that of a beach in Hawaii. It's the same with solving conspiracies. I may not have all the details, but I've laid out enough pieces to know that the official story is a lie. Does that make sense to you? Excellent. Excellent. Where has this guy been? I mean, what took you so long, Mike? Mike King, to come up with this? All right, here's a couple more here, people. I know I'm running out of time, but you are able to watch longer videos, and this has got to be done. Your poor, humble, sensitive servant is going to march into hell Friday and Saturday, 2 days in a row. All right, how about this one? So what? Just because X happened or Y said this, it doesn't mean it's a conspiracy. You're taking a few coincidences and making conspiracy out of it. Oh, God, I've heard that a lot. Here's the response. If it were just 1 or 2 coincidences, I would agree with you. But when you have a series of 10, 15, 20 different anomalies, the law of statistics proves that they can't all be just coincidence. For example, if we're playing dice and I roll a 7 to win, that doesn't mean that my dice are rigged. It's just a 1 in 6 coincidence. But if I roll a 7 8 times in a row, then that's a 1 in 150,000 coincidence. You would have to be a fool not to question the integrity of those dice. You do understand probabilities, don't you? Oh, God, I'd love to use that one. You know how many times I've heard that one. A couple more. Can you hang in there? The isolated piece of evidence trick. Here we go. Other than citing some historical events, you still haven't shown me one piece of evidence that that was a conspiracy. Tell me just one thing that proves a conspiracy. Here's the response. It's a trick question. If I tell you just one thing, you'll just climb on your high horse and dismiss it as a coincidence. What if I want to show you 20 things, but you're too closed-minded to consider the case in its totality? You won't even watch a YouTube video, let alone read the case. I sure hope you never get selected to serve on a jury that's trying your humble, sensitive messenger. You want everything boiled down to a simplistic media sound bite. Boy, isn't that where people get their news from TV? Unless you will commit to a few hours of study, I'm wasting my time with you. Why are you so afraid to study this? Excellent. Let me pick out a couple more. Yeah. Okay, which one was it? Oh, come on. Oh, I want to get into the Schultzbergers. Oh, hey, there's a couple of these media ones. If this were true, the media would be all over it. It would be on the front page of every newspaper in America. Yes, if NASA didn't really put a man on the moon, if NASA can't launch a damn thing into space, what newspaper wouldn't cover that news? Response. The media, the government, the international bankers, Hollywood, and academia are all part of the same incestuous complex. The media is part of the conspiracy, so why would you expect them to tell the truth? And people, weapons of mass destruction. The New York Times spent 1 year hammering that lie down our throat. Thousands of people killed, thousands of people injured, countries torn apart and destroyed. No WMDs. All right, I want to find one more here. This has got to be, or a version of it, the most common one I come across. This is what your humble, sensitive messenger deals with every time I go over there. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Or the other version is, you spend too much time on the internet. Here's the response. I don't believe everything that's on the internet, but apparently you believe everything that's on the TV. Or what you're taught in school. I'd like to add that, Mike. I only believe those things which are verifiable and consistent with my own sense of reasoning and logic. The beauty of the internet is that, unlike the TV that you worship so much, all sides of an issue are presented and available on the internet. It allows a critical thinker, yeah, that's me, to figure out what the true story is. The TV doesn't give you that option. Excuse me. Do you really believe the media represents the whole story? Are you that naive? And I could go back and do weapons of mass deception, people. They lied to us. All right, I got to bounce out of this and see where we're at on the time. Holy smokes, approaching the 15-minute mark. So, that middle kid of mine, Ranya's husband, don't have permission to use his name, so we're calling him Mike. The Conspiracy of Two Mikes. I love it. Well-titled video. Mike King, you're a savior. People, check out the link. I think for a measly $5 a month, bucks are something you pass, you can get access to a daily dose of my King's Wisdom. Heck, just use your credit card. Buy now, pay never. Okay. I'm working those 2 days a week. Full circle again. Might have said this earlier in the video, because Rania, my German Fräulein daughter-in-law, Rania's so cute, is pregnant. Yep, gonna be a new grandfather here, probably about 30 days. They never consulted me on the name. I can't remember what they're naming that kid. I think it's something like Sambo or something like that. I feel sorry for that kid, I do. I really do. And my youngest kid, Steve, you get it from your mother. She's 50% German. I don't know about my other two daughter-in-laws. Don't have permission to use their names, can't give them a shout-out. I think there's some German in them. You know, yeah, their mother is German, 50%. That makes my kids 25%. The bad 25%. I'm starting to feel like General George S. Patton. I'm surrounded by Germans. There ain't a lot of room behind these trees because you got a Jew, Mason, and Jesuit stand there. I'm going to have to put some Germans in there. Me? I ain't no kraut. Born in the geographical center of North American continent? You're going to accuse me of being a German? That dog don't hunt. People, 32 degrees. You gotta get something done. I got stuff to do. Try to squeak out a video for you again tomorrow. Until then, and we'll try to get back on track. Up the ladder we go. Strong delusion. Dead ahead. This was just kind of a fun video. Sure hated to fail that mission yesterday. Otis T, we got to do our homework better. Okay, until next video, you guys take care.